guys, it's Kaylin. Welcome back to my channel. This video is a first impressions on the, I can just get them here, the new L'Oreal Infallible products. I got the L'Oreal Total Coverage Foundation, or Total Cover Foundation, the L'Oreal Blend Artist Foundation Blender, which is not in here because I used it in the video, and then the Blend Artist Infallible Concealer Blender, which is very dirty already, which is this guy right here. So in this video is just kind of like a first impressions, a review, demo. I'm going to take you guys with me shopping. You guys can see how it looks throughout the day. Just kind of, yeah, you know, an all-in-one first impressions video. All of these were $6, or these two at least were $6 or $6.99. And then the foundation was $10.99. If you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. So if you want to see what I thought about these products, how they wear throughout the day, and everything like that, then just keep watching. So here's a close-up of the foundation. The weird thing about it though is that this color is painted on. This is not the actual foundation, which I think is really weird. You can see a little bit of the foundation like at the bottom, like right in there, but I feel like that's very weird because it doesn't show the true color of the foundation. I got the shade 305 Natural Beige. The one thing I realized when I was picking out the foundation is that from what I could see, a lot of them looked really pink or gray. Like if they weren't a pink undertone, they had a gray undertone. This is the only one that I saw that really had a yellow undertone. And so I'm hoping that this shade will work for me. It might be a little bit dark, but like I said, you can't even tell because this is painted on. It's not even the real color. I do like how it's in a little squeezy tube. It claims that the finish is natural. It wears up to 24 hours, which no one should be wearing my foundation for 24 hours. Just the coverage is high and the texture is air light, which I like that. So it says it's a Pro Face and Body Foundation, ultra lightweight, seamless coverage. Use everywhere, face, neck, arms, and legs to cover imperfection and even skin tone. I don't know about you guys, but I'm probably just going to be using this on my face. It's got a full coverage, weightless feel. And then also in the Infallible line, they came out with sponges. And I picked up these little guys. I actually already wet them. And then I was like, oh, I should probably show them in the box. So that's why the box is like all steamy, because they're wet inside. But here's the first one. This is like the beauty blender almost. It's called the Blend Artist Infallible. It's a sponge. And then this one is the Blend Artist Infallible Concealer one. The other one was for foundation. This is the concealer one. It's just smaller and it has a flat edge to it. So I'm going to be putting all three things to the test today. And I will be doing check-ins throughout the video, and it's almost like a mini vlog hopefully because my boyfriend and I are going shopping and I'm going to bring my camera. So I'm not going to be using any primer today because I really just want to see how the foundation is going to wear by itself without any primers, because we all use different primers. So I really just want to see the true longevity and everything for the foundation itself. This is what it looks like when you open it. It's very weird. It is like really like a squeezy tube. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit on the back of my hand. Okay, so it's very moussey and thick. If you can see that, that's kind of crazy. But so it really is like a air-light texture. I'm just actually going to take my finger and put it on my face just because the texture is very weird to pick up with a beauty blender, I bet. Alright, so I feel like the color is a good match. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in. I don't know if I applied too much or too little. So I actually really do like this beauty sponge. It's blending everything out really, really nicely so far. It's not soaking up really anything at all. I don't know, it soaked up all that water, but it's not really soaking up the foundation. Alright, I do need a little bit more foundation than that though. So I'm just going to squeeze about that much back onto my hand. I'm picking it up on the beauty blender this time, or the beauty sponge. Just going to blend it in. So I just realized I forgot to tell you guys how my skin is. So my skin is pretty normal to dry. It is pretty dry right now just because of the winter months. But it's pretty normal to dry. I don't really have any texture, but I do have a lot of redness on my cheeks. And this, if you can see, is actually covering my redness really, really well. It still is peeking through, but it peeks through pretty much with every single foundation that I use. So this is actually really, really, really full coverage if it's covering any redness on my skin. I'm just going to add a little bit more and see if we can build it in that area. It's a little bit patchy around my cheeks here with my redness, but I honestly get that with every single foundation. It looks patchy right there. Yeah, so far it's looking really, really, really nice. I'm really liking it. I didn't know if I would like it or not. I don't know. I didn't really like the other foundations in the Infallible line. I don't know. I didn't really like them on my skin that well. So I didn't know if I'd really like this one. But I actually really like it so far. Next, I'm going to use the concealer one with some concealer. And this is what it looks like nice and close up. It's got like a flat edge and then another flat edge. I don't know. It's a very unique shape. Same with this one. I forgot to mention. I do really like this one because I like how you can hold it. It's got like a nice grip. The Ulta ones are like this as well. But the Ulta ones are really, really hard on my skin. This one is really like big and bouncy. I feel like it's a lot more bouncier than my beauty blender. I feel like it really smoothed everything out and it's really nice to hold. So onto this one, I'm just going to be using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And just applying this in all the usual areas. And then using this, I'm going to use the flat side of the sponge and just start blending it in. Okay, so I really like this too. I didn't really think that I would like this one. I like it for my under eyes, like it's alright for my under eyes, but I really liked it for blending out my forehead and my nose and my chin. I just feel like it made it so easy and so quick. I don't know, I just didn't really love it for my under eyes, but it wasn't bad. I don't know, I just prefer my beauty blender better. But this is the perfect little shape to get right under your eyes. I feel like this little guy would be perfect for baking. You just pack the powder and just boop, 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 boop. Or even, it's got a straight edge just to get that nice clean edge under your contour. I feel like this would be perfect for. And this one didn't really soak up that much product either as well, which is really nice. One thing I am noticing though about this foundation is that I am getting patchy right in here. I'm just going to go over it a little bit more and add a little bit more foundation to that area and see if that'll help. But it is starting to break up a little bit right there. Looks a little bit better when I applied more foundation. But I'm going to go ahead, finish up the rest of my makeup, just see how everything applies over top, and then I will let you guys know. Okay, so I'm back with all of my makeup done. And here is how it looks so far. Everything applied really smoothly over top of it. The only thing that I'm having an issue with is, if you guys can see, I don't know if you can tell, get up real close. It's like my skin is dry on my nose. Whoa. Why is the lighting like that? Oh well, okay. So my skin is really dry on my nose and kind of right in here. And it's like really, and I don't really, honestly, I don't really know if it's the concealer or the foundation. I think it might be the foundation because I was kind of doing that before I applied the concealer, is really clinging to the dry patches. But I haven't worn it for that long, so I'm gonna go shopping. I'm bringing you guys with me. I like vlogging. I just kind of want to bring my camera, do check-ins while I'm out, and let you guys know how it's looking. Right now, I started it a little bit late. Right now it's currently 2:25.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
Hey everybody, so it's been a few hours since I talked to you last. It is currently, what time is it? It is currently 8 o'clock right now, so it's been about 5.5, 6 hours since I've had this foundation on now. I was gonna vlog a little bit shopping. I did, but like not myself, just because there wasn't really an opportunity to really vlog my makeup. We weren't there for very long. So I changed into my glasses. So taking my glasses off, if you can kind of see the makeup close up, probably not. I'm gonna do another check-in later with all my studio lights and stuff. I just thought that I was just sitting on the couch, so I thought that I would tell you guys how the makeup is going and then also show you what I got. So how I think about the makeup, and you may not be able to see it in the video right now, I think it is very, very, very pretty. That patchiness that I had earlier, it's still there, but not as much. I feel like once my skin throughout the day got a little bit more oil to it, it helped kind of really smooth it out and not like cling to my dry patches so much. So that's a plus. It did do that, which I didn't really like the foundation at first, but once my skin got a little less dry throughout the day, which it turns more normal throughout the day, it really, really, really is a really pretty, oh, there's my dog. Maya. 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 She literally does not listen to me whatsoever. So anyways, I really did not really like the foundation at first. It just looked, you know what I mean, you guys saw how it looked. It was patchy and stuff. But as it wears throughout the day, it looks really, really, really nice on the skin. So if you are someone that has dry, like very, very dry skin with dry patches, I probably would not recommend this foundation. Also, if you have a lot of texture, I probably wouldn't recommend it. It's very full coverage, but I did notice it kind of sunk into my pores a little bit. I did not use a primer though, so if I used a pore, you know, minimizing primer or pore filler, it probably would have looked a lot better. But if you're someone that has a lot of texture, I noticed it did cling to my texture a little bit. The one weird thing is,
jump.
love you.
Love you. Come on.
Okay. So one thing I really noticed was it did not sink into my smile lines, which a lot of foundations do that. Pretty much every single foundation I wear, it sinks into my smile lines. Even like after I'm done filming a video, after like an hour, it'll sink into my smile lines. I will check back in a couple hours, just let you guys know how it's looking, except it'll be upstairs so you guys can get the full effect of the studio lights. We went to American Eagle and Sephora. I'm really, really, really excited about everything that I got. I love everything. I'll show you guys. I got these jeans. They're super cute. They're just like distressed. I don't know, you can't really see what color they are in this lighting, but they're like a light cream with like a little bit of a pink undertone. And they are super, super, super cute. Sephora didn't get as much as I wanted to, but it's definitely quality over quantity, you know, because it was still pretty expensive, but I had a gift card there. So I finally got the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. I'm so excited to use this, especially with how dry my skin is right now. I'm sure it'll be awesome. I'm definitely going to try it under this foundation to see how it'll work. The second thing I got is the Tarteist Pro Palette, and I'm so excited that I finally have this. I've been wanting it for a long time, well, since it came out. Except it's just so expensive, but I've heard such amazing things about it. So I'm very excited to use this. So these are the two things that I got from Sephora. So I only got those 3 things today, but I love everything that I got. So I'll open the Tarte palette for you guys. Just look how pretty those colors are, and I think what's really cool about it is it has a black, then it also has a white. So I think this palette just has everything that you need. Alright, I think somebody must love the smell of the Too Faced Hangover Primer because she's going crazy. She loves coconut oil. It must be the coconut in the primer. I think she just loves coconut. Hey guys, so it is currently 1:07 in the morning. I got caught up binge watching The Walking Dead, and so that's what I've been doing for the past 5 hours or since I talked to you guys last. So I just wanted, before I go to bed and I wipe all of this off, to do one final check-in, kind of outro, and kind of what I think about this foundation in general. And I'm sorry if I'm blinding you, but I really cannot see without my glasses. My final thoughts on the foundation blender is that it's good. It's actually really good for the price. In my opinion, isn't quite as good as the Beauty Blender, but it is definitely better than the Real Technique sponge in my opinion. And I'm sorry if there's background noise. My boyfriend is in the shower. As of course he would choose to do that right when I start filming. So this is what it looks like, as you guys saw earlier. I really like it because it has this little divot. It makes it really easy to kind of hold. I didn't think it absorbed that much product at all. I would definitely give this one a big thumbs up. Moving on to the concealer one, I really liked this also, except honestly, I just prefer to blend my concealer out with the same sponge that I use to blend my foundation. Like with my Beauty Blender, I just use the same one. I personally am probably not going to use this for concealer, but I really like it for cleaning up any edges or baking, actually, because of this really flat edge. Or even, not even baking, just setting your concealer anywhere. It's really nice because it's really easy to dip into your powder, and then it has a really nice edge just to set your under eyes. So I'm probably going to use this to set everywhere instead of, you know, blend out my concealer, just because, I don't know, I don't really need 2 sponges for that. On to the foundation, the L'Oreal Total Cover Foundation. To me, this foundation was good and bad. I liked it in the middle of the day, but right when I applied it and kind of now, I'm really not liking it. I have had it on for like 11 hours now. The one thing that I will say that I really do like about this foundation is that, well, obviously after 11 hours I have little crease lines now, but throughout the entire day I did not crease up at all. And normally with any other foundation, no matter how good it is, I always get the little creases around my mouth like 20-30 minutes after I apply it, no matter how, if I bake there or anything. So I always get those creases, and I didn't with this foundation, which was really weird not to have those right there. So this did not crease up on me. The only thing that I would say is it really, here, I can take my glasses off for this. It really got flaky in here. It almost didn't even cling. It like didn't stick. Like you could see my skin and my redness under it, like through it. I don't know. It was really weird. Did not look good at all. It got a little bit better as the day went on and my skin got a little, you know, more oil to it, but it's still, I wouldn't recommend this if you have really dry skin. I would definitely use a hydrating primer under this. That's another thing, is I did not use a primer at all, so I'm sure if I used a primer it would have looked a lot better. I just wanted to see the full effect of the foundation by itself. I do agree that the finish is natural. I don't think it's a matte finish whatsoever, but I don't think it's a dewy finish. I think my skin looked really healthy. As you can see, it's got just like a nice glow to it, and it says it wears up to 24 hours. I would say 12. I don't know, I've had it on for about 12. I didn't use a primer though, but by itself I would say it's about a 12-hour wear. I think it's like to that point right now where it's like ready to be washed off. Like before, at like 8 hours, it still looked pretty good, actually really good for a foundation after 8 hours. But definitely not 24 hours. I don't think anyone should wear their foundation for 24 hours. Yes, I would agree that the coverage is very, very, very high. And then texture, airlight. This definitely has an airlight texture. You guys saw when I squeezed it on my hand, it's just like very moussey, very air-like. It's weird when you apply it because it's like there's air in the foundation. I don't even know how they do that. It's definitely just one of those foundations that I'm gonna have to play with. Actually, as you guys saw earlier, I got the Too Faced Hangover RX primer, so I feel like that'll be a really good primer under this because it's, you know, hydrating, silicone free, but smoothing. So I think that that will be a really good primer under this. This is definitely my favorite Infallible foundation that they've come out with by far. Let me know if you guys have tried it out before. I would really like to know what you guys thought of it because I've seen mixed reviews on it. Some people love it and some people don't really like it. Like I said, I think it's one of those foundations that you just have to have the right type of skin for. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in my next video.